So here's the exact cold DM strategy that will literally book you a ton of calls, and this is literally the one that has been working right now. I've tried almost every strategy out there. I've sent more than 10,000 cold DMs. I've been doing cold DMs for a lot of time, so yeah, this is what has been working the best for me in this current market. And this will also save you a lot of time because we're going to be leveraging automations, AI, all that type of stuff, right? So let's get right into it. So how the strategy works is basically we're going to be using Instagram and Loom, which will generate us qualified calls, right? Now, why is that? Because the normal way of just pitching a call without showing any upfront value just doesn't work anymore, right? So we're still going to be doing those cold DMs, but for upfront value, we're going to be using Loom and sending them a Loom video like a VSL, right? And the main thing about this thing is you need three things, right? You need to tick three boxes, and these two right here ticks those three boxes, right? So with this strategy, and I'm going to show you how to send a lot of volume, so you can send like 300, 400, 500 DMs per day with this. So this ticks that we can send a lot of volume with this. And also there's the saying about Alex Hormozi, right? This is favorite quote: volume negates luck. So if you send a lot of volume, you will book calls. Doesn't matter how unlucky you are, it just doesn't matter, right? And we'll also be sending DMs to quality leads, right? And I'll show you how to scrape leads too. I'll literally show everything. And then we can also scale this to how much of a number we want, right? We can send 300, 400, 500, even 1,000 DMs per day. I'm going to be showing you how to do that, right? I'm going to be giving you how to scrape leads, the script that I use, literally the exact script I use, and how you can scale it and send a lot of DMs, right? So first, let's get into lead scraping right here. So this is lead scraping. So there's a lot of method to get leads. So there's the hashtag method, the keywords method, the suggested method, the follows method, all that, right? Most of you guys, what you do is you use hashtag or keywords and suggested, and you use all this, but you just do it manually, right? You go on Instagram, search up an hashtag and something. But I have this new way of doing things, guys, right? So there's this website which will literally scrape leads for you, and it literally filter out everything. I'll show you. So this is literally the exact website, and I'll give a link in the description to this website. So you can go here, click on find leads. You can scrape leads from accounts, from posts, hashtags, keywords, mentions, whatever. I usually do posts. Now when you click on that, you search whatever, like a big influencer in your niche, right? You search that. Let's say for me, search Qatari. There we go. You search that and you choose followers and choose how many leads you want to click, and then click on scrape, and it will scrape all those. Once you click on scrape, what it does is it'll ask you for filters, right? You can click on add filters, choose filter type, and choose keywords in bio, and just put the keywords that your ideal clients have. For me, it's like help, helping, building, scaling. You guys get the idea, right? And then click on add and click on scrape, and it will scrape that, guys. And then once it's done, it will take around an hour or something like that, maybe 2 hours. You can go to targets and you will find your list of leads in the bottom right there. So it's free and it works, and you can also do automations with this. I'll show you that, but you have to pay for that. I'll show you guys after we take a look at the exact script I use. So lead scraping, it's very, very easy. Use this and you can save a lot of time, and it's literally completely free, guys. So let's now go ahead and look into the DM script that you can use. All right, moving on to the DM script. So first, let's take a look at the opener. So there's three types of openers. There you can just ask a normal question, or there's this third one where you just actually pitch. The third one is what we are using right now, and it seems to be the best working one, to be honest with you. And but it just depends on the niche. If your niche is like too saturated, if your niche is too saturated, you can use this, or you can just A/B test it, see what works for you, what works for your niche, and just use that one. So this is the 3 openers that you guys can use. So yeah, you start accepting clients and you pitch a free video, right? A free Loom video, and you ask mine if I send it over, and if you find it valuable, we can have a chat, right? Simple opener. And then next is the Loom. So what you do is you send over the Loom. Now, how you record the Loom is that you basically click so the Loom, what you do is I'll really explain how you can do the Loom right here, right? So the Loom, first you have the hook, guys. You need to have the hook at the start of the video. So you have a hook, then you have proof, like social proof, results, testimonials, all that. Next is the solution, which is basically a service, whatever you're offering. And next is the CTA. So this is what your Loom should contain of. First, you have a hook in your viewers, right? You could use ChatGPT, whatever, to give you hooks. So have a hook, and then next, social proof, testimonials, result, all that is proof. Next is the solution, what you're selling, how we can benefit them, and then you hit pain points, right? So you need to find out your ideal client's pain points. That is very, very important. Find out that, and you need to hit those pain points and position your service or as a solution to their problem. Next, have a CTA to book in a call. Simple as that. And you need to do all this within, I would say, 5 minutes is like the sweet spot. Don't go too much over that. Maybe 10 minutes, but anything above that, most people won't really watch, right? So that is the Loom structure. Now what you do is, after they say yes, sure, you can send it over, you send the video and drop this question immediately. Let me know if you find it valuable, and you start a conversation, right? By the way, how long have you been in the business for? So you build a conversation. You don't just send the video and ghost. You actually build a conversation. And then what you do next is, after you get a reply to that question, you ask more questions, and the main goal is to know the problems, right? So then you ask, awesome, what's the goal for the year with the business? And once they reply whatever their goal is, and ask what the problem is right here, right? So what seems to be stopping you from getting to that goal that they just said? And they'll say this, whatever. And you say, sure, I think I may have the solution for this, and I'd love to help you solve this problem and get to their goal faster. You need to, this is called mirroring in sales, where you just say exactly what the problem is and what they said, right? So I think I may have the solution for you, and I'd love to help you solve whatever they said. They say the problem is not having a consistent lead flow. I'll help you solve and get a consistent lead flow and get to whatever the goal is faster, right? And once you say that, you can also drop this. You say, would be more than happy to show you how we help niche get 5 to 12 high ticket clients in 90 days or less with our IG funnel. Why don't we book a date on the calendar so we can lay out a roadmap to get you there? Boom. Easy as that. And this is literally the whole framework. Now, most of the time, when I say most, almost 90% of the time, you won't really book a call using just this. I know that sounds surprising, but the thing is, you book almost 80% of your calls on follow-ups, right? It's very, very important you do follow-ups. We literally do around 5 to 6 follow-ups, right? So each follow-up should be about 24 hours apart. So you say, hey, watched the video, you found it valuable, just checking if my message went through, let me know if it's something you want to hear about. And the last follow-up, you drop this. Hey brother, thought I'd reach out one more time to ask if you want to hear more about it or not. Either way, appreciate a response. Simple as that, guys. Follow-ups is very, very important. Make sure you do this, and that is literally the whole script. So guys, moving on, next it is scaling. So how you can actually scale to higher numbers and send a lot of DMs, because it is really not possible for you, a single person, to send 300, 400, 500 DMs, right? So there's 2 ways for this. There's a paid way, which is very easy, and you'll have a higher profit margin, and then there's a manual way, which is free. So let me go over the paid way first. So what you guys do is basically, it's just automations, right? It's paid. So what you do is you first buy aged accounts. Like you can buy it on Google. There's a lot of websites. You can buy aged accounts and then go to the website that you scrape leads from. So you go to this website and it will be paid. So what you do is you go there and there will be a option called campaigns. You click there, click on new campaigns, pay it. You will have a 3-day free trial, so you can have a free trial, pay it, connect to your accounts, put on the leads that you scraped and upload those leads. So put the script and it will send it automatically for you, and you can scale it to any numbers you want, and that's just based on how many accounts you have. So on Instagram you can send about 50 DMs per account, right, per day, that is. So if you want to send 500 DMs, you would need about 10 accounts, right? So yeah, you will need about 10 accounts, and that is the paid way. Super simple. I'm not sure how much it costs, but it is actually pretty cheap. I would recommend you guys doing this if you really want to scale with DMs. But there's also a free manual way, which is basically what you do is you hire 3 to 4 setters. Now these guys will be like completely commission based, right? Commission based setters. So you're not really paying them anything up front. You will be giving them around 5 to 10% of each sale you make, right? That is the what you give them. That is only if you close it. If you close the calls they are booking for you. So let's say you hire 3 to 4. You can hire on Upwork, Discord, Facebook groups, whatever, and each send 100 DMs per day. Then you can easily send 300 to 400 DMs per day, right? So this is literally super easy to scale, guys. And that is basically it. I've literally given you guys the whole script, what you can do, the Loom work, the Loom framework, how you can scrape the leads, how you can scale using this. And if you want a document going over this exact script right here, I have a document containing the script. If you want that, you can go ahead and DM me on my Instagram. I'll give a link in the description, and I'll send the document over to you guys for absolutely free, of course. And if you have any questions regarding anything, you can also go ahead and DM me on my Instagram, and I'll reply to you guys as soon as possible. So yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next video. If you found it helpful, make sure you subscribe and check out my other videos. It will be super valuable. And I'll see you guys on the next one.